Hello, Internet. I am Udo ADHD. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about literally whatever I want. I don't edit my stuff, and I like to think I'm not too filtered. We're just chit-chatting here. So if you vibe, subscribe, and feel free to leave comments. If you're like me, you leave comments as you're watching. I love it, and we read it all. So leave a comment and we can welcome you to the tribe. I want to talk about Keke Palmer because this DB situation she's in is something that we could see coming. I want to talk about the warning signs, the yellow flags, the red flags, because people find themselves in this situation more often than not. You know, I remember being a little girl and I would watch Lifetime movies and it would be situations like this. And I would think, oh my gosh, that's crazy. That can't ever happen in real life. Like, not to smart people, you know, with my little girl brain, not knowing that this happens every day to anybody, any and everybody. But I believe that if you are familiar with these warning signs, it will be easier to identify when you're in it. And even if you get in this kind of situation, the sooner you can identify the trouble you're in and leave, the better, because these situations escalate. It's never just one constant stream of crap. It escalates and gets bigger and worse and more severe and more dangerous. So I'm glad Keke got out before permanent kind of damage happened. We need to go back in time and talk about this interview that has stuck with me ever since I seen it. This
Please
interview,
my friend Keke Palmer.
Y'all, my thing lags. I'm using OBS. I don't know why it lags, and I don't know how to fix it. If you do, please leave a comment. Thank you.
I'm like, Uncle Steve, I don't need the billionaires. I just need some simple stuff. You know, I don't like to mix my industry business with my personal life.
Now we're gonna skip around because I don't want Uncle Steve to copyright strike my video, please. So let's just skip around a little.
Uncle Steve ain't trying to get you with no billionaire. He trying to get you with somebody that has a plan to have something. That's what I keep trying to get you to do. You can't quit bringing these
Dusties.
Uncle Steve love billionaires. I'm gonna just tell y'all, he do. Anytime I see Uncle Steve out, he's like, "Now I got this guy."
style, and he ain't earned it.
Oh my God.
Boy, your lifestyle, and he ain't earned it.
So he's saying you cannot give a man your lifestyle that he hasn't earned.
Everybody don't start off a billionaire, but you got to have a boy that's got a plan to at least be one. I'm not saying you got to be a billionaire, because hell, I ain't a billionaire.
And I've dated some real horrible billionaires, honey. They not good all the time. Sometimes they're crazy, Steve, and that's why I had to stop taking your advice.
At this point, she was pissing me off. Okay. And she was ticking Steve off too. Steve is trying to tell her. let's summarize the advice that Steve was trying to tell her in this interview, and you can check it out yourself. That's the channel and the interview name. He's telling her she needs to date within her league, date somebody on her level. Date somebody on her level who also has a plan for life. Keke is trying to say that she doesn't like that. She doesn't want to worry about that. And billionaire men are not nice. She was irritating me because all the negative things that she had to say about billionaire men. By the way, we're talking about actual billionaires. This is not a hypothetical. I know on like podcasts and these little TikTok clubhouse chats, y'all throw out billionaire to be hyperbolic when y'all cannot even fund your 401ks. These people are wealthy people. So when they say billionaire, they literally mean that. Anyway, my point is, she's saying that these billionaires are mean. Men are mean. It doesn't matter how much money or how little money. Sometimes I wonder if the broker he is that the meaner that he can be? I don't know the correlation. What I do know is if you're afraid of being with a mean man, a crazy man, whatever negative things that you're scared of, you're going to find that at any income level. So why are we hating on the Billies? I mean, shoot. You can find yourself a decent billionaire, can't you? Okay, then we'll settle for a multi-million. It's okay. It's okay. But she's really resistant. She's quite resistant to that. She's quite resistant to even the core advice Steve was giving her of dating somebody on her level. What I don't think Keke understands is that it's not just to look good for the media. It's also for your safety. It's my opinion that there are men who resent their female partners for having more success. And I was just talking with my friend on the phone. Y'all, I recorded some of the things that she said, but since I'm refilming this, you're not going to hear it. But she was saying some good stuff. And she was saying that, and she's the kind of woman who gets a lot of attention. Like she has a really bright energy that attracts a lot of people. I mean, some crazy stuff happens. Crazy stuff happens because people are so attracted to her energy. And from her perspective, she was telling me that there are men who are threatened by that. They don't like the idea of a woman getting more attention than him. I'm sure these are things that Keke Palmer thinks about. I'm sure she thinks about, how in her industry, the pressure to look a certain way is so heavy. And she might feel like she's competing with the girls. I mean, look at the girls. SZA, beautiful before. Was she not such a cutie before? Like, I just want to squeeze her cheeks. I just want to, Now she looks like a Bratz doll. I'm not complaining. But that's a lot of work. Look at Cardi B. I know these are, Keke's an actress. These are singers. But in the world of dating, in the melanated world of dating, this is still your your competition, so to speak. I wondered if that had anything to do with her wanting somebody low key. I think she wants somebody who's not as famous as her. She wants somebody who's not on her level. So she's so resistant to Steve's advice to find someone who is. Steve is also saying you can't give a man a lifestyle that he hasn't earned. I don't think Keke understands why he's saying that. Mind you, I used to read Steve's book all the time. I think it's called Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. I know some people, they criticize Steve because Steve is a cheater. He's a cheater. And he talks about it in the books. I appreciate Steve's advice because I typically tend to agree with him. When it comes to the dating advice, I think I usually agree with him. And I also appreciate that he is not afraid to expose the dark underbelly of what to expect from men. I think that's so important. I don't know. I think that's very important, especially for women to know. I think it's great. But because I know that he thinks about that when he's giving advice to women, I think he's saying that if you're giving a man a lifestyle that he hasn't earned, that's also dangerous as a woman, because he will, again, resent you for it. He will feel like it's not his. So he has no ownership of it, and that's not fair. He should, because he should be the man of the house. By the way, all these things that I'm saying, I don't think applies to every single man, but it's like an assumption I make until proven otherwise, because it happens so frequently in the dynamic. Also, considering that she's dating within the entertainment industry, that's another reason why I'm assuming. I'm making this assumption because the entertainment industry seems quite dark. It seems dark. It seems to attract unsettled type of people. I think in her industry, you're dealing even more frequently than regular people, and regular people are dealing with it frequently. You are dealing with unhinged, unsettled people more frequently than you would like to think. You are. Yeah, you are. And I think if you're in this industry, you're dealing with it even more. So because of that, I assume these things until proven otherwise. And I think Steve does too, which is why he gives us advice. Keke's rejecting it. Another reason she might be rejecting it is she is bisexual. And Keke has talked about in some interviews and even speeches, she's talked about how she's still figuring that out. There is quite a push to just be normal, to just be hetero. Just get married, have some babies, get married, and whatever. And I think Keke, I think she wants to push against that, because I think she wants to explore this other side of her that she probably did not get to explore as a child. And this other side of her is not going to be acceptable by Uncle Steve. Uncle Steve is not going to think that's cute. I mean, I'm sure she could tell him. I'm sure if she did tell him, he wouldn't be rude, but he definitely would say he doesn't have advice on that. All of these things together is why I think she pushed back on this good advice. I think Steve was giving her good advice. And for me, it's always frustrating when I see somebody that I look up to and admire. I think Keke Palmer is such an amazing woman. And the fact that she is so blatantly rejected very good advice just makes me like, ugh, don't do that to yourself. You know? Doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel good. This interview stuck out to me because, in conclusion, in quick summary, I thought, so she likes to date broke dusties. She likes dusties. I also wondered if it's a control thing. You know, does she like to feel like she's in control? You know, she's the breadwinner. She's the provider. She has everything set up and she gets the attention. Is that what she likes? I don't know. Look, we don't know Keke Palmer personally, but what I did deduce is she's attracted to the dusties. Moving on to what happens next. I don't know if I can find that interview where she explains how she met Darius Jackson, her ex-boyfriend who impregnated her. Now, I'll tell you the story of how she met him. She was at a party and you know, her friends are trying to hook her up. They say, oh, this guy is coming. He's really cute. The guy they're talking about is Darius Jackson's brother. What's the name? Serenus? Serenus? Lord, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to mispronounce his name. Please correct me. I'm going to call him Serenus. Serenus. I'm going to call him that for now. This is the guy. He's in the show called Insecure. Funny enough, we're talking about insecure men here. Now, I heard that Serenus is a beater himself. That's for a different day. So everyone's like, Keke, that's him, that's him. You know, why don't you talk to him? Keke said, who's that next to him? That's who I want. It was Darius. When she told that story, you know, it was cute for the interview. I was thinking, interesting. She's going after the Dusty. Mind you, this man has a net worth of, let's see. Oh, $500,000 to $1 million. Okay. So in comparison to me, he's rich. In comparison to Keke, he's a Dusty. Let me not say that. I'm not trying to rate one's level of dustiness just based on their income. There's other factors involved. Keke Palmer, net worth of 7.5. I would think it's more, but whatever. Let's just go with that. Okay, so guy with $500,000 with a girl with 7.5. Obviously, they're not in the same league here. They're not in the same league financially. They're not in the same league social status-wise, right? Nobody knows who Darius is. When Darius and his brother walked in the room, all the attention went to Serenus. Nobody cared about Darius, but that's who Keke wanted. So I'm like, that tracks. Based on the Steve Harvey interview, that tracks. So she's attracted to that. She's attracted to, I wondered, maybe she likes to, let me not go there. Let me not go there because I don't want this to be a 2-hour video. Let's just say it became evident to me that it's not just that she doesn't like to date the billionaire men or that she doesn't want to date a man who has a plan. She is attracted to men who are below her socially. She likes that for whatever reason. Reasons that we do not know. But I'm seeing a pattern based on the interview and based on how she picked Darius. So they get together. I don't like it. Not that my opinion matters to her. She doesn't know me at all. I'm just saying, as a fan, I don't like it. I don't like to see my girls date down. I don't like to see it. I'm always nervous when women date down. Like in the case of Halle Bailey, look, that's a different conversation. But yeah, I feel uncomfortable when the girls date down. We can flesh this out a little bit more, but it always seems like we're at risk here. There's something might be afoot. Now, I was especially concerned about Darius. Why? When you ask, what does Darius do for a living? What does he do? Has acted in a few small projects and also works as a fitness instructor. Okay. His brother is famous. His brother is in a hit TV show. Do you catch what I'm picking up? Wait, that's not the phrase. Do you pick up what I'm throwing at you? What I laid down? Whatever. You get what I'm saying? I see a Hemsworth situation. Okay? The brothers. I don't know who's who. Okay? I don't know. I don't know who's who. I just know two of them auditioned to be Thor. It was supposed to go to one of them. But then Chris was so good or whatever that they chose Chris instead. And now the other one is a loser. Nobody knows him. People know him, just not as much as Chris. Chris is in his Marvel bag. You can't compete with the Marvel bag. You can't compete with main character of the Avengers Marvel bag. So I imagine that there is tension. I imagine there's themes of insecurity. And I imagine it pretty strong with Darius because Serenus is successful as an actor. You tried to be an actor, you failed, and you're just a fitness. Like, you're not. At least the Hemsworth brothers, both of them are acting, like, regularly. The loser brother is regularly acting. He's regularly booked and busy, okay? Even though he's not Thor level, he's still booked and busy. Both of them. Darius, you're a fitness instructor. You're not even a personal trainer. You're a fitness instructor. I'm imagining your class comes on at 8 p.m. after Zumba. It's a little bit humiliating when you're going out and about at parties and you're the brother of this actor and you also are trying to be an actor. I just imagine this guy probably has some insecurity. Uh-oh. That's a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. You make significantly less money than your new girlfriend. Significantly. You are significantly lower social status than your girlfriend. And you probably have a chip on your shoulder. On paper, doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. And this is why I didn't like Darius. At all. I did not like him at all. Did not like him at all. But Keke got pregnant. Keke got pregnant, and yes, I was crying. Why? Why? Okay, this is my take. This is my take on getting pregnant. I don't like when the girls get pregnant before this. I don't like when the girls get pregnant before the ring. I don't like it. I don't like it. Here's why. To me, it feels like if the guy can't commit to you, how can you expect him to make an even bigger commitment of raising a child with you? Right? And it's not just 18 years. That 18-year-old is still going to need support. He's probably going to need support of some kind, even just emotional, even just until that prefrontal lobe is developed, and even past that, forever that's your kid. I feel like that's a huge commitment to make with somebody. So if they can't even commit to you, how can you expect them to commit to raising a child with you? That's my philosophy. But then I have to remind myself, Keke is rich. Keke is rich. No matter what, she will be fine. She and that baby will be fine. Maybe it's what she wants. Maybe she doesn't care about, my mind instantly removes the man. Maybe she doesn't care. Maybe she just wants to be a single mom and she don't care about that or what. Girl, child, whatever. Didn't put too much thought into it because I did my eye roll and kept it pushing, right? Like, we have our own lives to live. Now, my friend brought up a really interesting point about how men like to impregnate women to trap them, especially in this industry. What does that mean? It means if you impregnate a woman, she's now yours, kind of. You have access to her body whenever you'd like. You're forever tied to each other. You have a way of controlling her because, well, it's also his child. He has a say in where the child lives, where the child stays, and the mom typically wants to be wherever the kid is. So that's a way of controlling this woman. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was his intention either. I think with men like Darius, I already perceive Darius to be very insecure. And with men like him, getting somebody like Keke is a plus. It's a huge win for them. Being able to control a woman like Keke. Oh, man. That's beautiful. So what we have here are two people who like control, trying to make it work. Keke, I don't know what her control thing is about, but I think she does like control. I think she does. He likes control because he's an inferior, untalented, lame personality, just loser. And this is like out of a handbook. This is what loser men do when they're able to get with a woman that's above their league. When they're able to get with a woman who can provide for them financially, can elevate them socially, and can do a lot of emotional labor. I imagine Keke was doing a lot of emotional labor here. I imagine Keke was doing a lot for him. I wouldn't be surprised if at first Keke thought, yeah, I'm going to take care of you, boo. And then slowly started to realize that things were getting flipped. Because, and my friend brought this up, usually when women get pregnant, they slow down. They slow down, they disappear, they rest, focus on the baby. Keke amped up. I want you to take a look. First of all, Keke was having a blast being pregnant. I'm so happy for her. She was a happy pregnant woman. She was hosting SNL. She did not slow down. And then I want y'all to look at this body. Just look at this body. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the before, which was real cute. I know what it's like. You gotta know what to... And she is a part of black media, okay? When you are skinny mini like this in black media, you don't get much love. You don't. And so, yeah, I know what that's like. Like, there are certain places that I go that they're twisting their face, asking, why am I even there? Poof. You ain't got nothing. And then, pow, like, all of a sudden, she got some bitties. And she got something behind, too. If I was Keke, y'all be sick of me. I am never not taking photos. You are never not watching videos of me. Like, I have been enjoying watching Keke enjoy her new assets. I've been enjoying it because I know what that's like. Like, all your adult life, you felt ugly or whatever. And now, you can come out and play. it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to feel yourself. I love it. I loved it. And this is the exact opposite of what Darius wanted to happen, okay? Instead of just being at home and being with the baby and just being barefoot and breastfeeding, Keke is literally out here on a daily basis displaying the girls, getting interviews, getting more popular. This might be a video for another day, but I remember I saw this video of, what's her name? Summer Walker. And her hit, like she was looking, are you okay? This is not what I saw. This is not the picture I saw, but I saw a picture where it looked very creepy. The BBL, it looked like, is she okay? It looks like it's coming out of the socket, right? And somebody in the comments said, okay, at this point, it's like a BBL mandatory? And I thought, you know what? I kind of think it is. The kind of attention Keke has had, like before the boyfriend drama, Keke was getting quite a lot of attention. Like a lot of attention. And it was not because of the baby. She was not doing like me and the baby. She was not doing baby shower photo ops. Keke was getting a lot of attention. Yeah, because she got bloody now. I don't know what it is. We're going to have to do a deep dive later, but there's something about this. You know, I was even thinking about Nicki Minaj. And how she started blowing skin bleaching. Can y'all leave that alone? Who put this picture? Child, she looks like 14 years old. This is so rude. We're not going to compare a grown woman to her childish body. Okay, but okay, these pictures are old. Well, I mean, I'm looking for like a, anyway. Before, Nicki Minaj had a body similar to Keke Palmer, like very cute, but she blew up when she got this. Oh, there you go. That's a good before and after. How do I zoom in? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, okay. It's like, and I was even watching like, oh, I'm in your way, sorry. I was even watching footage of her at her old shows and when she was, you know, small like this. And it even felt different. It even felt like, man, like, even this one, you know, and I remember this era, I really liked her because I was like, oh my gosh, she wears hip pads. Like, she puts fake hips on and she's wearing 2 bras. She's like double padded up. And I don't know, I liked it because it made me feel like, oh my gosh, like, even though I'm little, like, I can do enhancements. So I liked it. I liked it. But it really seemed like the bigger the booty, the more attention you get, even at a live show. It's like there's something, I don't know what that is, and I don't know why, like, it's only in black media that it seems required. It's weird. We're going to talk about it later. Anyway, how do I get out of here? That's weird. Anyway, my point is, Keke got a lot of attention, and I don't think Darius liked it. The opposite happened. And he probably felt like he was losing control. He thought this is the ultimate way to control her, and it wasn't working. He probably felt like he was losing control. And then we have the Usher incident. Usher. There she goes. You don't Okay, did you see the bag? 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 Some commotion for the dress. Some commotion for the dress. I love the dress. We need to talk about the dress because we need to talk about the tweets. The tweets. So the Dusty. At this point, I've already identified Darius as a Dusty, and these tweets confirmed it. Darius is a Dusty. I don't like when my girls are with Dusties. And I think it's dangerous. I really do. Especially if you're a woman of a certain level. And Darius is an example of what I fear. So Darius tweets, it's the dress though. It's the outfit though. Whatever. It's the outfit though. You a mom. There's we gotta discuss layers of this tweet. Let's take an ASMR break. But yeah, we need to discuss the layers of this tweet. There's layers. There's 3 layers I want to dissect quickly. First of all, the outfit. Is the outfit too much? Let's see if we can get that back shot again. Is the outfit too much? Now, in my opinion, this is Las Vegas. This is a celebrity. It is her job to look enticing, to wear risque fashion. I like the dress. I like the dress. I think it fits. I think it fits. I think it fits. I like the dress. I don't have issue with the dress. Very much like the Sierra. I don't even like talking. I don't even like how these people got you talking about Sierra. Sierra, who is minding her business, incredibly happy in life. But yeah, I just feel like, especially if you're a celebrity, wear it. And she wore it well. I don't have a problem with the dress. Some people feel like, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Everybody can have their own opinions on that. Second layer, though. He says, you a mom. Implying that when you become a mother, you cannot be sexy. We need to differentiate something real quick. He did not say you have a boyfriend, okay? Before people start saying, well, once you're with a man, you shouldn't be dressing revealing like that because... Let's ixnay on that octave because he didn't highlight that she is a girlfriend. He said, you a mom. The problem is that she's dressing that way as a mother. I don't believe you stop being sexy when you have a kid. You don't. You don't. It's like they feel your job as a non-mother is to look sexy and attractive so you can find someone to impregnate you. Once that's happened, you've done your duty. It's now time for you to look ugly, homely. If you can make yourself look as not attractive as you can, don't do your hair, don't do your makeup, don't wear, revealing clothing or any clothing that accentuates anything. Don't do that. If you can still look hot under those conditions, congratulations, you're a MILF. Here's your prize. Your prize is nothing. But other than that, how dare you look that tantalizing as a mother? I completely disagree with that. I think on so many levels, it's important to remain feeling yourself as a mom. I think when you become a mother, it's very easy to lose your self-identity. If you keep dressing in ways that make you feel good, that helps you keep your identity. That helps you. And I don't like when people try to say, People try to make you feel bad for caring about your looks. You're a human being. You care about your looks. Even if you say you don't care, you do care. You just are tired of trying. So you tell yourself you don't care. You care how you look. You do. You feel good when you're complimented. You feel good when you look in the mirror and you like what you see. When you have those good hair days, you love it. Good skin days. Days you applied the eyeliner just right. And it's like, oh, yeah. I think that's healthy. I think that's important. And I think you should not lose that just because you're a mother. You're still a woman. You're still a person. You still have all the same needs and desires that you had before. And it doesn't affect your ability to take care of your responsibilities. So I highly disagree. I find it highly offensive. And I feel like anybody who says that is probably misogynistic. That's for another day. I completely disagree with the sentiment. You're a mother. Cover up. Like, okay, so it would have been fine if she wasn't a mom. Well, it's not like the baby is not there. I think somebody might try to argue, well, when he grows up, he'll see pictures of that. He'll see pictures of his mama was looking fine. What, it's okay for him to see the other people dressed that way, but like heaven forbid your mom wanted to dress that way? Like what? Like, child, I don't know. I just disagree. And I think that shows you a little bit of what his mentality is towards women, right? Okay. Here, it's another yellow flag. Layer number 3. The fact that he did this publicly. Let's talk about that. Right? You didn't like the outfit. Okay. Because she's a mother. Okay, it's 2 yellow flags right here. It looks like you want to control her clothing. That's a form of abuse. It's a form of abuse. This is contentious. People want to fight about it. It's fine. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with the little discussion on that. But that's a flag, okay? Because she's a mom, that's a flag of the broader umbrella. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is how you see women in general, right? Like, the first one was, okay, that's how you treating your girl. The second one is, oh, this is how you see women in general. This is how you're going to treat every woman that comes after. 3, you did this in public. This is a private conversation, right? Whether we agree or disagree with his viewpoint is a conversation that should have been had privately. He wanted to humiliate his girl. That is disgusting. Run. He wants to humiliate. You gotta really pay attention to people who are having schadenfreude on you. Because for you to date somebody who's constantly seeking that schadenfreude, if you don't know what that is, it's a German word. It means you are deriving pleasure from somebody else's pain. I wonder if he liked the attention he was getting from humiliating her. I wonder. But regardless, this is a sign that he's abusive at home. The public humiliation is a sign he's probably abusive at home. But then he wanna hit him with the 1-2. He really wanna hit him with the you're being mean to me and it's ridiculous. So I know this is small, you can't read it. He says, this is one we gotta dissect. He makes it worse and confirms my fear. Not only is he a dusty, he is of the dangerous variety. Every now and then you'll have a dusty who's harmless. Harmless. He just wants a little sugar. But then you'll get to Dusty, who's dangerous. And these tweets confirms he's of that variety. He says, we live in a generation. So already there's something wrong with you. You're trying to make this into a thing. This is a you problem, and you're trying to make it into this. What's wrong with our generation? You're trying to turn this into some kind of philosophy, sociology talking point. We live in a generation. If I was Lovely T, I would have the tiny violin right now. We live in a generation where a man of the family. What family? You live in her house, y'all. Darius was living in Keke Palmer's basement. How are you not embarrassed? You're the man of the family, but you're living in her basement? The man of the family doesn't want the wife. What wife? Do y'all understand what I'm trying to say about getting the ring? You cannot look. This is the other wild thing. What is going on with people trying to equate boyfriend status to husband status? People are doing this a lot when they're having these conversations. It drives me wild. You're a boyfriend. You have no ownership. You have nothing on her. The only thing you have is the expectation that she will be loyal to you, and vice versa. You are boyfriend. You are boyfriend. You cannot tell her what to wear, where to go. He wants to equate boyfriend to wife. Dude, just thinking about it makes me boil. You're a boyfriend, but you're calling her wife? You haven't even proposed. You're not even fiance. You're not fiance? I'm trying not to scream because there are people sleeping right now. But yeah, when I first read this, I was screaming. The wife? The wife? The wife? And mother of his kids, plural. They have one child. They have one son. One, singular. Look, this already, you know he's a dishonest person, right? The first tweet let you know he is, the first tweet let you know that he's undesirable and misogynistic. The second tweet lets you know he's narcissistic and he's dishonest. The second tweet lets you know he is dishonest. He is dishonest. We'll rewind after we go through the whole thing. To showcase booty cheeks. To please others. Sir, you showcase them yourself. If you clicked his thing, his whole timeline was full of videos of Keke Palmer in her pajamas, her house clothes, just got out the shower, just all these home videos, and him asking her to twerk and to clap them cheeks. And he's recording on his phone, and he's zooming in onto the clappers. So that lets you see how controlling he is, right? How dare she choose to display her clappers in any way? Without me. I didn't say she can. I didn't say she can. And I find it interesting that he never asks her to twerk when she's getting dressed, when she's getting ready, when she's looking beautiful. He always asks her to twerk so he can record it when she looks a hot mess. When she looks I wonder if that's part of the humiliation thing too. I don't know. He wants people to see that she is his. I bet it felt good too. I bet it felt good. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Keith Raniere. Do y'all know who that is? It's already an hour, y'all. I swear. I swear to God. This is why I say subscribe if you vibe. Actually, that's a nice little reminder. If you have been vibing with me for the last nearly an hour, please subscribe because you're obviously vibing. Definitely part of the tribe. Keith Raniere. This MFer makes me sick to my stomach. He is the cult leader of Nixium, and I think I've made a video about that at some point before, and I can't go into it again. You know, when I was learning about this cult, it made me sick to my stomach. I was full on triggered all the way. Like, it affected me, bro. Like, I was crying, dude. Like for a week. That's how triggered it made me. For reasons we don't have time to get into. But, oh my God. But the thing about, this is why Darius reminds me of Keith Raniere, because Keith Raniere is a Dusty as well. The only different, the thing is, Keith Raniere has higher IQ than Darius. I'm sorry, he does. Keith Raniere is smarter than Darius. If Keith Raniere was in this situation, what he would have done is Darius, got her pregnant to try to trap her. Keith Raniere would have not only gotten her pregnant, but also proposed. Drafted up a beautiful prenup that's completely in her favor. Like, don't worry, babe. I'm not trying to take your money. He would have and put a little clauses and stuff, like little sneaky things so he can get a little something and marry this girl. Darius didn't. That's where you fumble, bruh. If you wanna be a narcissist, be a good one. You didn't even get that far. He's not smart. So Darius reminds me of Keith because this is Keith's MO. He finds beautiful, brilliant women. Beautiful women, super tenured professor of psychology. Beautiful woman, daughter of multi-billionaire. She's an heiress. Beautiful woman, it's like super award-winning software engineer. He gets these beautiful women who are very smart and it makes them do the work. Right? So he had one who's an accountant. He had one who developed his Nixium curriculum. He had one who would do fundraisers for him and was well connected, got investors. He had one. This man didn't do anything but show up. He liked to get beautiful, brilliant women. I don't know how he did it. He's a smart guy, okay? And he's charismatic, I guess. I don't know, bro. I don't know. And he would use these women for their brains. And then obviously, like, you know what I'm saying, in a little polyamorous circle. But, you know, I can't talk about him anymore. Let's move on. Darius reminds me of a lower IQ version of that. Let's continue. Darius says, "This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe." You don't. This is not your family. That's not your wife. That's your baby mama. You have a child. Keke is not your representation. Keke is her own representation. She does not represent you. Nobody thinks about you. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows what you do. Nobody cares about Darius Jackson. We only know your name because you abused Keke. That's your representation. Your son could be a representation. He's your son. It could reflect the way that you raise him. But do you? You know, he was rumored to be fighting for custody of his son. You can't get custody of your child when you don't live in your own place. You live in Keke's house. You don't have any representation because you don't have anything. And he says, I rest my case. That's the most annoying part. Dude, you know those people who are so dumb? And they really thought they ate. And it's just like, how aren't you embarrassed? Not only are you not embarrassed, you're proud of yourself. You thought you did something. Random thought. I'm wondering if it's ableist to use words like dumb, stupid, crazy, insane. You know, words like that, using them negatively. I just think about that. You know, it's not something that you'd get canceled for. But I don't know. Sometimes I think about it. Also, the B word. I don't like saying the B word anymore. Like, you know, unless it's like, come on, B. But I don't like using the word in a derogatory way anymore. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. I feel like it's a gendered slur. Again, nobody's canceling you for it. Nobody's canceling me for it. It's just something I've thought about. I thought about it. So anyway, I actually do try not to use the B word in a derogatory manner. I actually do actually try. Of course, sometimes I slip up, whatever. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I've been thinking about stupid, dumb, crazy, insane. Anyway, I'm still going to use those words, but also I'm a little bit more cognizant than I used to be about it. Like sometimes I'll use a substitute. Anyway, off topic. And also, no, let me not, no, let me not derail this whole video. But yeah, anyway, dang, where were we? Hold on. Okay, yeah, I hate this entire tweet. It is so self-important. It is like you small, man, so small. You don't have representation. You don't have a family. You have a son, and you live in your girlfriend's house. So he's dishonest, right? You see how he's trying to make a larger, aggrandized statement about the state of our generation when it's actually just the state of his psyche. He's calling Keke his wife. She's his girlfriend. He's saying they have kids. They have one child. He's saying he doesn't want to see her booty cheeks for others, to please others. He's constantly posting it on his timeline. He's saying that these are his standards and morals when they're not. He violates the standards and morals all the time. This is a dishonest man. So he's a dishonest Dusty. Dangerous, dishonest Dusty. Clarified at this point. People thought surely she will leave him now. I was one of those people. I am people. Surely she will leave him now. She didn't. She didn't. Oh, here we go. So you can see it big. She didn't leave him. She didn't leave him. Unfortunately. I thought this was cute. Usher came out with a song. Let me find the lyrics so I can serenade you. I actually do sing decent, y'all. It's just I can't sing Usher's part. Hear the lyrics. I love it. And I have to sing it myself. I can't play the song because, I'll get copyright striked, but you're in for a treat. Somebody said that your boyfriend's looking for me. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Well, he should know I'm pretty easy to find. Just look for me wherever he sees you. I go wherever you go. I love this song. It's actually a really cute song. It's a nice song. And I love the lyrics, right? And this is not just about Darius, okay? Usher is not mean. Like, let me take a little break about Usher. No, I'm not going to take too long because the video is already really long. But Usher, I love him. I love what he's doing. Look, when you get to a certain age, Usher is a matured man, above 50. Once you get to that age, your priorities, they shift. Your priorities shift. You're no longer thinking about nonsense. You're thinking about when you're no longer here. You're thinking about your legacy. And Usher wants to leave a legacy. And I admire that. And I admire the type of legacy he wants to leave. He wants to be remembered for being somebody that warms your heart, for being somebody that brings joy, that brings people together. And it makes me cry happy tears. I cry happy tears when I think about the kind of support he gets from his friends and people in the industry, and the kind of support that he's been giving others in the industry. The way he's been actively bringing his peers together, not just with his concert and allowing them to have a viral moment. He created a platform for people to have viral moments. It wasn't just Keke. There was some reality TV people and Saweetie and like he's giving a platform for his fellows in the industry to go viral, to be relevant, to be talked about. And that's great. And he also put on this other concert where all these other people were performing, and every time he throws a party, he's bringing... I just love what he's about recently. It warms my heart. I'm so excited to see him perform at the Super Bowl. And yeah, anyway, enough about Usher. But yeah, so, the song is not just poking fun at Darius. I mean, it's been a running joke since he started at Las Vegas that, oh, you better watch out. Usher's going to serenade to your woman. He might steal your girl. But they did make sure to include this part in the music video.
And I missed the show. Shit, I'm so tired. I'm a mother, after all. 'Cause I live right here.
Yeah, so they made sure to, poke a little fun at that, and I love that. I really wonder what Darius's reaction was when Keke got home, especially considering they were still together. Now, now not so fun, right? The DV. Here are the screenshots from footage. You see he's knocking her over the couch. He's pushing her on the stairs. And the reason she's finally putting a restraining order on this man, getting full custody of the child, is because he touched the kid, right? So even though he has been doing this, he has been physically violent towards her, she was willing to let him walk away. They broke up in October. She was willing to let him walk away. But it's when he put his hands on their child. I believe the story is he was complaining that, well, no, he was trying to take his kid to soccer practice or something. I don't know. But I also heard that he said that she was giving the child too much attention. I think one of the times that he was physically violent towards her, he was telling her, you know, you give the baby too much attention. I am not equipped to have that discussion. The discussion of men becoming jealous of the baby they created. I'm not equipped to have that discussion. It's a thing. It's a thing. There's so many things that people don't talk about. That's one that they don't talk about. I notice they don't talk about the man being jealous of the baby. I think that's a real thing. I think that's a thing. I'm not saying that every man does it. I don't know enough about it to even give thoughts on it. I just know it's a thing. Yeah. And it's interesting the level of entitlement he had over Keke in such a short period of time, like a year. What, 2 years now? 2 years? A year and a half? When he had nothing. He didn't contribute anything. He just lived in her house. He didn't, I mean, I shouldn't say he didn't contribute anything. They had some good times, right? There are reasons that she looked back on to stay for so long. And then, like, his semen to get her pregnant. So, I want to listen to this guy. He is a narcissist. This guy, mental illness. He's actually a narcissist. I'm not just saying that. Like, he's diagnosed. So he knows all the playbook narcissists have. This guy, he's getting treatment. At least he says. But, you know, he summarizes a few things well. Let's watch together.
I'm not saying that Keke Palmer's ex, Darius Jackson, is a narcissist, but she pretty much said it herself right here. She said Darius would love bomb me and make me feel like the most important woman in the world, only to get extremely distant and cold over perceived insult to him. And of course, if y'all are new here, I'm actually a diagnosed narcissist, and I point out toxic people's traits and behaviors. So she went to court and got a restraining order in full custody right now of their son because she said he was allegedly physically and emotionally abusive. So this is the same dude that was posted those extremely jealous and controlling tweets a while ago when she was dancing with Usher. He's like, oh, look at the ass all out, the cheeks out. But he's the same person that was posting those same pictures of her. But this is the way the mind of a narcissistic person thinks. They think, oh, I can do this. I have control over your body and what you post. You have no control over what you wear. You are like, they feel like you are a possession. Like you belong to them. She said it right here, y'all.
So it's really interesting that a guy who, yeah, he's a dusty. He has nothing, right? It's interesting. Like, I can definitely see how he would be really excited to feel like he can control. What is going on? Okay, my monitor messed up. It messed up again. I should pause. Wait, let me pause. Okay, so yeah, it's interesting that someone like him would probably feel really good being able to control a highly accomplished woman like Keke Palmer. Like, so we Googled what Darius does for a living. Let's Google Keke Palmer. Like, we don't even have to put what does she do for a living. Just put Keke Palmer. She has a Wikipedia page. She has a filmography. Extensive. She has awards. Extensive. Okay. The awards page is longer than the description of what Darius does for a living. You see what I mean? This man was really trying to derive his sense of ego and self-esteem from a woman like Keke Palmer, who she herself probably is used to or likes being kind of the main focus on the relationship, in the relationship. And the roles kind of got swapped for her. Let's continue.
The abuse was just not physical. He did a lot of emotional damage to her. Back in February of 2022, she showed him a bikini picture, and he slammed me on the floor and slapped my head from side to side. The next morning, he was standing near the bottom of the stairs screaming at me. I was coming down the stairs, grabbed her around the neck and body and slammed her onto the stairs. Controlling, dangerous, and escalating behavior, y'all. They really feel like you...
She showed him a bikini picture.
belong to them. And because she's such a high status celebrity and pretty much nobody knows who he is, people just know his brother, I think, he's probably jealous of her. He probably like, I don't care who you are, you Keke Palmer, I don't care who you are. You belong to me, and I'm going to control you. And because you are above me, I'm going to pull you down to my level by emotionally abusing you and allegedly physically abusing you as well. You see? I saw this on Twitter right here. He immediately posted an image of his son online, y'all, which leads to people to think just like, I just want to fight for my son. This is just about my son. She's trying to keep me away from my kid, which is probably going to start coming next, y'all. He going to probably say, y'all didn't see what, y'all only saw the still images of what.
That's so annoying. It's such a Kanye thing. We don't even have time to talk about Kanye. We don't even have time. But I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he turns it into that she's keeping me from my son thing.
My reaction to what she did something to me. You know, she started it. She wouldn't let me take my son to a football game, and she tried to keep my son from me. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know how these bitter women are. He's absolutely going to blame her for his reactions. That's coming, y'all. Just be prepared for that. Because posting those pictures, yeah, just because the relationship ends doesn't mean the abuse ends, y'all. Just like Custody P said, post-separation abuse is an actual thing. He's going to claim parental alienation. Like,
it definitely is a thing. I don't know. I've definitely experienced it. Harassment and abuse after the separation, like punishing you for leaving them.
She's trying to keep my kid away from me. That's what this is all about. This is not about me being abusive. This is about her trying to keep my kid away from me. That's what narcissistic people do. They try to turn your head over here so you miss out on what's going on over there. Of course, his brother posted this ominous tweet: the most disgusting, vile, abusive, manipulative person I have ever encountered in my entire life. Abuses almost everyone. Y'all will see. Just send positive energy to the babies. Any child in the middle of something like this does not deserve it at all. Wow, so damn sad. And no, like, could he be talking about his brother? Is he talking about his brother? Or is he talking about Keke? Because he deleted this. It's ominous. He didn't mention any names. So y'all.
He's probably talking about Keke. Because apparently Serenas, I think I said it right. Serenas is a beater himself.
Narcissistic people's family members will come to their defense and defend him because that's his brother. I mean, there you go. Keke's mama saw what he posted, and Keke's mama said, look, I don't be doing this, but you're gonna talk about my daughter like that. So she thought that he was talking about Keke, and she said, look, I talked to him about his brother being abusive. And Keke, like, go to the shade room, and Keke's mama puts it all out there. She's like, I talked to Saronis about his brother being toxic and abusive. So I don't know what he's talking about my daughter for. And y'all, on the Neighborhood Talk and Radar Online, there's pictures of, like, screen captures of the video of him throwing her around her house. Like, he popped up at her house unannounced and tried to take the baby to a football game, allegedly. And when she said no, he lost his damn mind. Threw her on the couch, like, grabbed her phone, slammed her and stuff like that, allegedly. Like, that's him chasing up the stairs, got his shirt off, like, grabbing her from behind. Y'all, I'm just telling you, he's going to say something like, this is on her. Like, she tried to run and do this, blah, 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 boo, 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 beep, beep, beep. Like, grabbing her around the neck, snatching her phone, like, look, throwing her over the couch and stuff like this right here, y'all. I'm just telling y'all, he's going to post something here soon to make it seem like she's the abuser. Y'all, it's almost going to be like clockwork. He's going to post something to play the victim and make it seem like Keke Palmer is this toxic, manipulative woman behind the scenes. like clockwork. It's coming. It's coming because all this stuff is being revealed about him. So he's going to y'all. They rarely ever remain silent. Right now, he must stay 100 yards away from them and the son. So this is what he's going to focus on right here, y'all. I ain't do nothing to my son. My son don't deserve this right here. Why can't see my son? And just like a lot of toxic, narcissistic people, he said, if I ever leave him, he would unalive himself with a pew-pew. Doesn't that sound familiar, y'all? When you try to leave a toxic, controlling, narcissistic, jealous person, they're like, if you leave me, I'm going to take my own life. It's going to be your fault. They try to put their life in your hands. They try to make...
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that's important to know that's a sign of abuse. It is. I wish I knew that when I was younger. Because, yeah, there were guys who would say that. There was a guy who literally pulled out a knife. It's really intense. And I wish I knew that was abuse. I wish I knew that. I wish I knew that. If I knew that, maybe I wouldn't have been in that intense situation because I would have known this is dangerous. I had no idea that somebody's saying that, oh, if you leave me, I'm going to unalive myself. I had no idea that is, yeah.
Make you feel guilty. Just in case they do it, it's going to be on your mind. Like, you are responsible for keeping them on earth. You're responsible from keeping them from taking their own self and sending themselves to meet, I guess, to meet God, maybe? So I read most of this stuff from Denver Sean's article on lovebscott.com, y'all. So check that out. Make sure you like and subscribe to me as well.
Yeah, if you're interested in learning about narcissists, subscribe to Mental Healness. I don't know what it is. I notice, these kind of content creators are starting to get popular. I'm glad that they are. I'm sure kind of does something for them because they are narcissists. He's not the only one. I'm aware of like 2 others. They are narcissists, like literally. They have NPD. So I'm sure it does something for them. But they are sharing information that's important to know. So I definitely subscribe to him, and I enjoy hearing his perspective on situations. Y'all, here's an article. I don't think this article has everything, but it has many of the things that he just talked about. Darius would love bomb her, make her feel like she was the most important woman in the world, only to get extremely distant and cold over a perceived insult to him. If we were at a party or event and I spoke with one person too long or looked at someone a certain way, he would storm off in rage, telling me I was a slut and a whore, and accuse me of cheating on him and that I did not love him. Darius had a way of gaslighting me to make me feel like I was doing something wrong even when I wasn't. And I saw another quote where Keke said that she looked at a woman. Remember Keke Spy? He accused her of looking at a woman and or talking to the woman. I don't remember which. But he was accusing her of cheating on him and being a slut and being a whore. And like, you're just looking at everybody. You're looking at everybody. And that's something interesting too. Because there's a stereotype that if you are bi, you're promiscuous. I wonder if he used that against her often. I am very glad Keke not only is out of this relationship, but protecting herself against, what did he call it? Post breakup abuse. I don't know what he called it. He called it like something real. What did he call it?
Emotionally abusing you and allegedly physically abusing you as well. You see? I saw this on Twitter right here. He immediately posted.
Oh, post-separation abuse. Yes, because what she experienced that the day that he came to pick up the son for a football game, that's post-separation abuse, right? So I'm glad that she's protecting herself. And the thing about Keke, she is such a dynamic personality. I mean, Keke is just better in every way. More talented. She can sing, she can dance, she can act. She's famous. People know her. People like her. She has a fabulous personality. She is better than Darius in every way. And he thought that if he can control her, that probably that would satisfy him. And he couldn't. And I bet I wouldn't be surprised if he would say that as, the reasons why he's doing this. Like, you don't listen to me. If you just listen to me, just do what I say. If you just stayed under my thumb, you wouldn't have to do this, honey. The dangers of a Dusty. This situation just perfectly illustrates, like, in an extreme way, because this kind of thing, this kind of resentment can occur in more subtle ways. But yeah, this is exactly what I mean when I say it could be dangerous to date down, or to date somebody as a woman, to date somebody that you are significantly more successful than, or like you're significantly like, in a different realm, because there are quite a lot of men in all tax brackets. There are men who link their ego to this, and they don't know they have a problem. They don't know. Either they don't care, or they literally don't know. Some of them do know and don't care. Point being, they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you, I have a problem with your success. They're not going to tell you that. They're going to keep that to themselves. And it's going to come out. If they have a problem with it, it's going to come out. And maybe in the past, Keke's used to guys who didn't have a problem with it. And they liked her, the role that she wanted to play. Maybe I'm just envisioning, like, yeah, the guy just stays at home or whatever. He has whatever he has going on, but they have their own little world at home, and in her home, and she has control, and she will take care of him and take him on trips and take him on an adventure, give him this lifestyle that he didn't have before. And maybe that's what she liked. Maybe that is what she likes. I don't know. This is all just my imagination. I literally have no idea. But this guy was not like that at all. He was not like that. He was not like that. This guy was in it for the thrill of controlling someone who was better than him. Like Keith Raniere. Just like Keith Raniere. So, yeah, I don't know what to say in conclusion other than be careful. Be careful. Learn the warning signs. And share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever been through something like this? Because I think I have. Have I? Yeah, I have. I have. And it's unfortunate that I went through that. Not unfortunate. I guess it's just part of life. I went through stuff like this before I had any understanding at all about what was going on. Man, sometimes I wish I could like go back in time with my new brain, go back in time and just watch younger Udoka in these situations and just be like, that's gaslighting. Oh, he's love bombing you. Ah! I had no idea about any of this stuff. I had no idea of, oh, he's jealous of you. He's jealous of you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I remember so many things. I don't have time to tell you all the stories, but just leave comments below. We'll talk more later. Until next time, take care of yourself because it is wild out here. It is wild. It is wild. So if you take care of yourself, at least you will at least you'll know yourself and have peace within yourself while you're out there in the jungles of life. Until next time, much love, much luck. Peace out. Bye.